It's Saturday night tea time in 1977 all over again.
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guide 123 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing another 4th Doctor story by John Dorney. This is The Crooked Man, another one from Series 3. This is the 3rd release actually. As you can see on the spine here you have 3.3 right there. And let's just dive right into the cover, back a bit. You've got Leela up there and the 4th Doctor there with a bookshelf behind him and loads of books. And then you've got the Crooked Man with a book opening and sort of like some light coming out of it. And it looks fairly menacing, I guess, maybe. I don't know, it does look a bit cartoonish compared to the rest of the cover. But then again, if you listen to the story, you know that it's sort of like hard to portray the Crooked Man as a visual thing. So you've got Tom Baker and Louise Jameson in The Crooked Man by John Dorney, featuring Sarah Smart and Neil Stuke. Brand new adventures, full cast audio drama. Already showed you the spine there, give you another quick look at that if you wanted to see it again. And here is the reverse of it. You've got The Crooked Man by John Dorney, directed by Nicholas Briggs. And down there you have your cast and your blurb. And then you've got standard stuff on the side here. Opening this up now, here is the inside of this. You got just the one disc, as with all the 4th Doctor adventures, with parts 1 and 2 on it. And there are some other stories, like Destination Nerva, The Renaissance Man, The Wrath of the Iceni, Night of the Stormcrow, The King of Sontar, and White Ghosts. Those are a selection from Series 1 and 3, and I think Night of the Stormcrow was a bonus release. Put that in there. And there you also have the booklet, so let's take a closer look at that. And this is of course actually a booklet. It's quite, well, not greatly thick, but it's got more than just one bit of paper to it. Then here you have some producer's notes and some pictures right there. Then here you have writer's notes, and it's nice they use a slightly different image there rather than one they used before. And there you have Tom Baker and Lizzie Roper, I think that's her name, just took a look there. And here is The Evil One, which I have already reviewed, so check that out if you want to hear my thoughts on that story. And got credits and whatnot there. So then, The Crooked Man itself. Now, I praised John Dorney's other script, The King of Sontar, as a wonderful start to Series 3, and I actually forgot to rate that in that review, so I'm just going to quickly say I would give it a 9 out of 10. But what about this story? Another one of John Dorney's, who is a sensational writer. What would I say about this? Well, part 1 is very, very nice, very, very spooky. The Crooked Man is quite a creepy villain, especially right at the start. Listen to this late at night, it's definitely recommended. And that really helps to enhance it the first time listening to it. I have listened to this one twice, and the first time listening to it, it was very creepy, very well done. However, the second time listening to it, I felt that they should have made the Crooked Man even more frightening, because admittedly, they did say in the extras that they sort of like toned down his voice a bit because they thought it was too frightening at first. I would have said it could have used a more frightening voice, especially for sort of like later listens. I think that definitely could have worked very well, because as it is, you know, he sounds all right, but you know, you just sort of like lose that fear factor after you've listened to it once. I'm not sure quite why that should be, but he just does. However, he is still pretty creepy, and the deaths are quite gruesome in this. I won't go into detail about them, because you'll have to find out for yourself. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, you've kind of like got the Doctor and Leela here are a wonderful duo. You've got some wonderful lines together. You got you got Leela commenting on the 4th Doctor's scarf, and why does he always wear such a long scarf when they're running all the time. That's quite a funny little note there. So you don't actually get an answer to that question, unfortunately, but it's still nice that that point's brought up there. And then there are loads of other little wonderful lines as well, like in the trailer you probably noticed the line about enjoying a rock. That's quite a good line, and it's just loads of little lines like that as well. And then from the supporting characters, we'll say there's a nice family feel going on with 3 characters in this, although one of them actually isn't listed here because they're a baby, and I don't think they don't have any lines or anything. They're just a crying baby for the most part. But yeah, the Simon Corbett and Laura Corbett, especially Laura Corbett, there is some wonderful sort of like family drama going on there, and it's just wonderful to listen to, and I think the music very much enhances that as well. It sort of gives it its sweetness, and that really does work wonders for the story as a whole. And it's some wonderful dialogue by John Dorney too. He's wonderful with dialogue, especially with those characters. Now, drifting into part 2, where things get a little bit crazy, shall we say. Yeah, you sort of like enter, you find out what's going on, and you enter a completely different world. And it sort of like links back to a certain Second Doctor story. I won't say any more about that though, because that'll sort of like spoil the surprise, even though a lot of you probably guessed the connection already. But yeah, it's quite a wonderful thing going on there. But at the same time, yeah, just the episode itself, it just is really odd, and it sort of like gets away from the creepiness a bit, and just becomes a bit of a standard runaround, really, which is unfortunate. I wish they sort of like kept that fear factor, that creepiness up that was in episode 1, sort of like done more with that idea, sort of like having the Crooked Man stalk these characters a bit more, maybe, rather than having the characters go after the Crooked Man in a rather bland conclusion to the story, I would say. Now, it's not a bad second part by John Dorney. There is still quite a bit of fun to be had. There's some interesting lines and some interesting monsters as well, which, oddly enough, reminded me a bit of the Vord. Those who listen to this probably know what I'm on about. But yeah, they do sort of remind me of the Vord a bit, although there's no proper connection to the Vord whatsoever. But yeah, that's just how I imagined them to look like, from the way they were described. But anyway, for the rest of it, it is rather, it's got some emotion to it at the conclusion. At the same time, there is some interesting stuff going on there. Some more wonderful lines from Tom Baker, but for the most part, it's just not as good as the first half, and it goes in a direction that I, overall, am not too pleased with. So, what about the story overall? What would I give it? Well, I'm going to go 7.5 for this one, because part 2 isn't bad at all. I won't say it's a terrible second part. I just say it doesn't live up to the first part as much, and it doesn't take the story in the direction I would have wanted it to, and just sort of like more is wasted potential from part 1 than anything else, which is unfortunate. But anyway, that is all I have to say about the Crooked Man. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Once upon a time.
What? Please! Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit.
Hello? Anyone in?
These buildings look abandoned.
Everywhere's shut. And I could have treated you to some candy floss or enjoyed some rock.
How could we enjoy a rock?
Excuse me?
Halt! Who goes there?
A policeman.
PC Andrews. Ellis Andrews.
We saw the paper of news.
Were the other deaths of equal ferocity?
Doctor, stop! I thought I saw someone in the shadows. They were watching us. They looked strange.
For such vain creatures, they are suspicious. Enjoy eviscerating them.
Night-night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs